Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII with me, Get Daved. We're currently blowing up the second reactor in the game. It looks a lot like the first one. I promise you, the content repetition is going to drastically taper off shortly. Those enemies in the back are like smokers or something. Smoggers! It was like a kid's cartoon I used to watch where like Smoggies were the bad guys or something. It might have even been called Smoggies. It was kind of one of those Enviro cartoons. I just turbo selected Cloud's limit break. That ought to take care of that. Tactically, we should have saved it until we needed it, but you lose your fight command when you have a limit break. And that's actually something I'm going to exploit way later in the game using Tifa. If you know the strategy, give yourself 5 points. If you don't, well, you're going to end up winning anyway. Winning! Subtract 5 points from me for a Charlie Sheen reference. I'm supposed to be above those things. Yeah, aside from some pretty, you know, meaningless architectural differences, this is just a stamp. There's not a lot of duped content in the game after this point, and it's kind of upsetting that they front-loaded it, because I remember playing this game and thinking the game was slogging around Midgar, blowing up reactors, and they'd get sequentially harder. I just saved the game, and you know, that would be the end of the game, and it is so different than that. Why do I always have these problems right near reactor cores? Yeah, it's a good thing your memory works, but... if that was his memory. Are we sure we want him handling explosives? He did just, like, collapse. Alright, and out we get. So that's the second mention of Sephiroth we've seen. First one was a good one, Cloud idolizing him as a kid. That flashback, I'll just spoil this, that was from 5 years ago, so 2 years later after the promise, where Cloud decided he was going to go become a soldier. Just open ammo with Cloud so we can get the bolt off right away. So we can get our bolt on. Boltron! Note the enemy's getting mildly tougher. Still nothing too bad, but they're giving us a little trouble. Barrett, he's flashing black there. It's because he has dark status, reduces his accuracy. Really contributed to his miss earlier. So yeah, second reference to Sephiroth looked a little bit worse. Apparently killed Tifa's father. And explains why she's maybe not into the Mako reactor thing. Alright, we just had a battle. It was not significant or anything, I just turned it off. And just showing you, to be really turbo efficient, I transferred Cloud's all materia to Barrett real quick so he could cast Cure on everyone. You just press R or L to do that. Triangle automatically de-equips the materia piece, by the way. Oh, and one other thing. If you want to swap around stuff really effectively, the exchange command is nice, and you can just do things like that. Would have been more efficient than what I did. Don't forget that. There's also an automatic sorter for your materia. It's pretty nice too. My friend who lent me the game way back in the day didn't know about that. Boy, was I Captain Organized when I found out about it. I'm gonna take this opportunity to explain to you how to learn new limit breaks, by the way. You don't necessarily learn them in order, which is an important thing to wrap your head around. Oh, I know this part. Are we gonna talk? No. So, generally speaking, you have to use a limit break 6 to 8 times. A level 1, or pardon me. On each level of limit break, you've got 2 limit breaks. We'll call it the first and the second. You have to use the first limit break 6 times or so, 6 to 8. You'll learn the next one on that level. So, Cloud has his first level 1 limit break. Too slow. This could get embarrassing. It's also fairly precise. There we go. So yeah, he's got his first limit break, Braver. To learn his second one, he's going to have to use Braver 6 to 8 times. It kind of varies with the character and the limit break and everything. To get his level 2 limit breaks, he's going to have to kill a certain number of enemies, and that varies from character to character as well. But it's generally speaking about 100 for the more expensive ones, 75 for the less ones. Cloud needs to kill more people. Other characters, not quite as many. And then it starts over again. Once you have your level 2 limit break, which for Cloud would be Blade Beam. That's his first level 2 limit break. He has to use that 6 to 8 times before he learns Clim Hazard. And then he needs to kill a whole bunch of enemies. But you don't need to do those in order. If he kills enemies faster than he uses his limit break, well, you could get a next level limit break without really having earned all the ones from the previous level. I understand with words that this is not terribly clear, but it'll make sense once you combine it with a little kinesthetic learning. We're almost out of here, but I'm making pretty good time on this video. Reverse camera angle on this part, that's exciting. Oh. I guess they figured out after you blew up the last one and then got caught on a train again. You could shoot him right now. I'm noteworthy? Perhaps too brilliant. David Caruso. Pretty quick on the wordplay there. So shut up. This is a Karl Marx nightmare. Oh. Techno Soldier, hey? Sounds European. Yeah, we are. This is actually one of the easiest bosses in the game. I'm low on MP and everything, but that's not a big deal. You just have to keep hitting him in the back. Even if it doesn't look like he's turned around, he has. Because in the back, characters take double damage. This is a pincer attack. It's marvelous. We're just going to keep juggling him back and forth. So Barret attacked, Cloud's going to attack, hit him in the back again, Tifa's going to attack, hit him in the back again. Okay. And that made up our mind for us. just gonna have Barret take care of his hit points first, because I don't want to get hit by another one of those. And because we want Cloud to attack first here. And then Barret's gonna limit break him in the back, and that will probably kill him. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna show Barret's limit break. Well, you know... So Tifa's this slot... spins... You want to have it hit on yeah. It can have hit, yeah, or miss. Miss, she doesn't do the attack. Yeah, she'll do it with her double damage. And hit, it just gets done for normal damage. The special thing about Tifa is, unlike other characters who pick one of their limit breaks to do, she'll do every limit break she's learned in order. The fact that you can get all of them done for double damage means good times. And he's toast. So aside from his one big attack that gives you limit breaks, nothing to be afraid of. Air buster, more like air busted. Aw, thanks. Yeah. You guys don't carry, like... Oh. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. Holy shit! Base jumped! You'll hear that line recurring. I also like to say it in real life. To my knowledge, nobody has understood what I've been talking about, but... So the question is, who's Cloud talking to? Little by little. Good start, Cloud. Sorry for blowing up that reactor right above you. Makes sense. I wonder if there's a big pool of life stream underneath it. Uh-oh. Now, this is hilarious, but we'll play this one straight. I just did trash her flower bed and the roof of the church she likes, so... Oh, I'm sure you can come up with something to do with it. Way to patronize her, Cloud. Yeah, I can't really talk about much. Oh, now I feel bad about trashing them again. I guess I'll be social. What's your name? So her name is Aerith in the original, but they've sort of retconned it to be Aerith. Ah, here we go. And in like all subsequent references, she's Aerith, so that's what I'm gonna go with. And for crying out loud, her name was never Ares. That's the god of war. And that would give her a tougher name than Cloud has. A jack of all trades. Can you repair a damaged roof? Oh, okay. Hey, he's not a big deal. Okay. Now, there's a couple spin-offs to Final Fantasy VII, and it's not like Final Fantasy 8 and 9. Those aren't direct sequels. Those are totally different games, totally different universes. But there is a compilation of FF7 games. Crisis Core is a prequel, and it has a bit of a version of that. And it kind of sheds an interesting light on that scene. Makes it sadder. I already ruined the flowers. Interesting cross at the front of the church. Looks kind of like a mix of a Christian cross and a Cairo. And I guess a rude inverse as well. For you Vagrant Story fans. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, now is actually a bit of a time for a minigame. Believe it or not! The translation's a little rough in parts, but... it's a bit of a jump. The Ancient is getting away. What's that mean? Shouldn't have put up a fight, I say. He became British suddenly. Okay. You can give some commands to Aerith. You gotta start off with a run. She's more than a match for all of them physically, but you can help her out by throwing down barrels. I honestly do not remember. I got into a random encounter up here. That's fairly rare. Oh, hedgehog pies. That's the name of them. No big deal. Would have liked to show you more, but they're kind of pesky, to be honest. No, that's not right. Oh, Cloud. Okay, so that one is kind of the barrel that looks correct. It's odd that she's fighting beasts now, but whatever. I'm hoping that she did so little damage because she was in the back row before. Okay. But it's okay, she's taking half damage. These enemies have remarkably low attack power. The game has an exponential damage formula, so as you increase your attack power, well, it ramps up exponentially, so they've got to have an attack power of like 3. But what that means is, generally speaking, it's better to focus on specific attacking characters rather than balance everyone out, just so you know. Okay, well, if my knowledge of depth perception is correct, then this one should be the next one we push. There, she's on her way up. I don't know about that, actually. Yeah. Okay, that's the one I should have pushed before, and that makes a lot of sense now. Okay, so if you play through this segment, push the far right one first. Or pardon me, push the one I just pushed now first. And the far right one second. Interestingly enough, the machine gun attack is not long range. Also, it's weaker than getting hit with a nightstick. That one kind of confused me. But that's just sort of something you have to accept to enjoy the game. A bangle is sufficient to deflect a machine gun, and not only that, make it do 1 damage. Like, I think getting shot with a BB gun would do more than 1 hit point. If Aerith has 249, I can't imagine she's that physically tough. Hi. Okay. Well, that was the minigame. I failed miserably. They're also murderers. Okay. Fair enough. And Cloud, being a bit of a douche, just totally leaves her in his dust. I was already in, soldier. Yeah, you are, man. Ha ha ha. Also, the way it's portrayed in other bits of information about this game, mainly Crisis Core I'm thinking of, it's implied that there aren't that many people in Soldier, even though... Whoops. Materials that I want here. Even though technically, you can use the square button to shortcut between these two things. Even though technically some soldiers are random enemies you can encounter, there's supposedly not that many of them. Fun fact, Aerith has the weakest weapon in the game. It's her starting weapon. Attack power 12. Nothing is worse. Alright, we're gonna hurry before he comes, but we'll save that for the next video. I'll see you there.